I like to eat, eat apples and bananas. What's going on, YouTube? It's Captain Laps here, and the apples and bananas song is stuck in my head because, again, my kid is home from a snow day and she wanted apples and bananas for lunch. So, first thing we're gonna do over here is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna talk
It was a
to.
pleasure to see you. Oh,
I think
tell
her
them I
name's like
love them fine again.
Radic or something like that.
A pleasure. Did
Gonna
you
let her
give her
know
that I
that
love them?
what's his name's dead. And we're gonna go over here. We're gonna sit down with the Grace to reset the world, and now she should be. Oh, she's still here.
A pleasure to see you. Did you give the little chrysalids the message that I love them and that despite my craven heart?
Wait. You know what? I think we have to go back to the round table, which we haven't been in a while, so it's good to. We're gonna go ahead and take care of that. We're gonna talk to everybody, get everybody moving. Now that we've got Death Root 2, we can go take care of some of that. So now that a lot of the first area and everything is done, like now the NPCs should be moving. They know we're legit now. He's got nothing new.
May the go. Those
Talk to D. Show him
another
Death Root.
foe with a proud. How would you like? If you're inclined, then I'll introduce. I have a matter in the beast. What say you?
Okay.
Very well. I've marked the. It will lead you.
Okay.
What is it?
All right. So then he's
Still
gonna
enough
show
indicate
us.
will lead you to Garank.
So he's gonna show us on our map this little portal here that we took that is going to take us over here to the Bestial Sanctum. So we'll do that here in a minute.
Be sure to she's a servant. She's been my. I've lost count of them. Honestly.
Okay, he's still looking for his lady. Gideon is. That guy doesn't talk anymore now that we've talked to him.
We've spoken long in.
Yep, so he's good. Doesn't look like anything's really progressed or anything like that, so looks like we're still on pace. Mostly everybody's still here. Whenever you're in here, don't forget to get your hugs.
I am. Would you like me? Now.
Yep. Sweet, sweet hugs. It's hard out here in the lands between.
You are so.
Oh, we can talk and see
I
her
was
already.
known after I received the warning. I lay to do so, but before I was awakened. Pray, despite so plea. Then good deity.
Okay, so her quest line's moving along nice and smooth here. So that's good. Don't forget to upgrade your weapons.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arm.
Can I ask about his change? It doesn't really do much, but we should be able. Oh yeah, we got quite a bit of smithing stone ones, so that's good. That's good. We're picking them up pretty good. So so let's go take care of this Bestial Sanctum real quick. Talk to Garank, and then we'll head back and see if Radiek has moved. Alright. Now that we got Death Root, we want to get. Yes, hand over the Death
I
Root.
smell it. Feed it me. Tarnished. I shall grant feed me.
Alright, so we got the Claw Mark Seal. It's
Grant feed me.
it's a good seal for strength and faith builds. There are better seals in the game based on what kind of spells and incantations you're doing, but if you're throwing Rock Sling, which is a pretty OP incantation, like it's pretty good. So so she's still here. I don't know what I have to do to trigger her. Maybe I have to beat the Stormveil boss, but we're not doing that this episode. There are a few things that we still need to do in this area. Like there's a nighttime boss that we need to fight here. I can't remember if we killed the nighttime knight here. But there's still a couple nighttime bosses that we have to do. Other than that, though, this is the entire portion of Limgrave completed. So now we're going to open up the map a little bit more, and what we're going to end up doing here is we're going to take this path right here off to the right, and we're going to open up Limgrave, or I'm sorry, Liurnia, as we're going through this kind of journey here, because there's some stuff I want in Liurnia that, you know, I've been kind of avoiding going and getting. One of the incantations I want, which is probably going to be the incantation that I use for most of the game, is Lightning Spear. That's over here, so we're going to go and grab that. We're going to go and grab the Astrologer Staff, because that's got probably the best scaling, in my opinion, and I think mathematically too, until late game. So like if you're leveling that up, that staff up, it's one of the better staffs in the game until like late game, and you can get to like your 60 hit marks and stuff like that. So we're gonna come over here real quick. We're gonna get this ball, maybe. Not worried about like FP and health right now because we're gonna be going around. So the Ash of War Storm Wall is actually a relatively good Ash of War to like negate physical damage and everything like that. So I've seen it used in some pretty like good places. Like you can use it on Grunk's final fight. You can use it against another one of the final fights in the game. But it's just a really good Ash of War for your shield block parries and stuff like that, because it operates a lot like a parry. You just have to, I mean, you basically just have to time everything right. Like parry is one thing. Like I said, I've said several times, parrying is one thing in this game that I am just completely missing the mark on, which is probably what keeps me from playing the game Sekiro too. So out of like all the Dark Souls games and everything else like that, Sekiro is like the one that I'm just like, if I am going to play all the Dark Souls games, I'm going to do Sekiro last. Like it's just gonna happen. This is the grape lady over here. We can talk to her,
Hello,
but
my
we don't have
name
any
is
grapes yet.
So would you donate my eyesight is, but when I eat,
So,
it will lead me.
We can't really
Hello,
do
would you
much
donate them on a pilgrim
with
when
her.
I eat one?
So we're just going to leave that right there for now. We're also going to get some upgrade mats and everything too. So if you can see that in the distance, that is the starter area that we got messed up by that initial boss. So that's like actually where you start the game, is that church right there above my head. And right there is where that starter boss is that kind of packed us in. So we'll get back our vengeance here in a little bit. As of right now, we can't really get there, and there's some other stuff I want to do before we kind of get to that section of the map. I'm going to grab us a sacred tier here. We're going to talk to this guy. He's basically going to tell us that he got kicked out of the Sorcery Academy here. We can talk to him, and he'll ask for... He basically asked for a key to get back in, which we're going to go find, and we're going to give back to this guy. So, because there's 2 of them you can find.
Wine without one, and you'll never. And if once you've, would you I know it, but still.
And we're going to ask about Selena.
I followed her. Selena was accused of. I still the illustrious.
So we can get that quest line going. And then here we got, so Starlight. This is basically for caves. Glintstone Pebble we already have, and Glintstone Arc we already have. So Starlight's pretty good. You put this over your head during caves, or you could like use a torch or use a lantern, but it looks cool. It does look cool. I will be honest, it does look cool. So we've got to, I'm gonna go get this map so I kind of know where we're going a little bit better. There's a graveyard here. If you want to farm the best scythe in the game, it's right here. These guys right here, they have the Grave Digger Scythe. It's probably the best scythe in the game, in my opinion. It's got good bleed. It's got good bleed buildup. It's got, you know, anything else. So if you want to spend, I think it took me like 30, I want to say 30 to 40 minutes to actually farm that scythe. So just keep putting that out there. If you want to do it, I'll kind of tell you, because all the like weird and like weapons that you have to like farm in this game I've probably farmed them. So whenever I come across an area to where I know that you can farm them really good, like I'll give you a pointer of like, hey, if you want to farm, this is a good place to do it. For the specific weapon, because there's some place in the game that they have a drop rate on some of them, but there's just not a good density. So you want that density in order to keep you from having to farm for several hours at a time. There's probably the one that I did the most is like for a curved sword, which I've used like maybe a couple times. So anytime you see a merchant, go ahead and talk to them. They've always got goodie stuff. We could have bought a lantern here, but this is what I want, the astrologer staff. So I was wrong. So it is the astrologer staff that I want. So I do want this. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to pick these up, and I'm going to pick these up because they never run out of it. The Escot is a thrusting sword. The Escot is a thrusting sword. It's a really good thrusting sword. But again, thrusting swords are more for like status build up and stuff like that. But we are going to switch out the staff. Like the scaling is 150 here, but we can put a couple, like as soon as we put a couple levels into the staff, it's going to outscale our meteorite staff. The clone mark seal, like I said, it scales with strength and dex, so it's a really good seal to have if you plan on playing like a kind of a strength faith hybrid, which I highly recommend. It's one of the better, in my opinion, it is one of the better builds in the game. It doesn't have a lot of variety, but the weapon set that scale with faith and strength are really good. So I want to get through here before they start doing like that mess, because then there's a bunch of stuff they start shooting. It's a bunch of stuff. It just gets crazy. And there's a grace over here. There it is. So we're just going to touch this in order to kind of de-aggro us. I'm still going to take that hit, I guess. So. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I guess they threw those before. Alright, so now we got this part of the map kind of opened up. I want to go, if I can remember correctly, because I want to go up in this area because there's a grace in this area and there's a knight that I want. And then we're going to go further here. Like it opened up like this whole west side. And this west side's kind of what we're running up and down today. So I think I can just go straight west and get up here. I don't want to take a lot of the portals and stuff like that because I just don't want it to be super confusing. There's portals on this area that just kind of take you to further areas in this, and I just don't want it to be super confusing. I want to kind of pick up, oh my gosh, the lobsters. I know it sounds ridiculous, but oh my gosh, the lobsters. They've got this like jet gun that completely like obliterates your entire health bar. It's a nuisance, and it's one of the things that I try to actively avoid in this game is the lobsters. So now that we're up here, there's grace right here. Okay. And then I need to go south, so I'm just gonna put a ping here so I know I'm heading the right direction. Even though I can look up the map and see the S, I still want to do that. Now, I like to eat apples and bananas. Gonna be stuck in my head the rest of the day. I can feel it. Like, so I like to eat apples and bananas. But we are going to be coming through all these areas. I'm gonna go through and touch it because now that we're kind of like opening up the map, now that we're kind of done with like the tutorial area and stuff like that, I'm going to continue to kind of run across the map, and I'm going to play it the way that I want to play it. And one of the ways that I like to play games is I'll come to areas and then I'll just go the rest of it on foot. There's ways you can do. I am still going south, yeah. There's other things you can do. There's other ways you can play. Like we can keep running from gray spot to gray spot because there's some things here. Nothing I really need, but yeah, we're gonna run down here real quick. I'm going the wrong way. Get this out of here. But we're gonna run down here real quick. We'll get you a nice spear since we're down here. I don't think there's really anything else over here except a spear. Yeah, the tree spear is pretty good. Get hit by that. We're just gonna keep on running north here. I'm gonna keep running north here. There's a couple things I want to do on this west side or over here. So we're probably gonna run up most of it. Then I'll probably cut the episode here, and then the next episode we'll run down the center, get the gray spots that I want, and then we will run. Alright, we're out of combat, so let's save us some time here. Yeah, we'll probably run down the middle next time, and then we'll run down that whole west side. This is we're on the east side. I misspoke. We're on the east side here. This is what I want, is it? Yeah, no. Yeah, I want to go this way because I want to follow this map line up because we're going a ways up. So if we follow this left path down here, we'll get to the middle part. So this will be kind of like our grace that we'll go back and forth on for right now. But we want to follow this northern. Yeah, we're going to follow this route, and then we just basically want to go north. Yeah, I kind of don't know now what to do. I mean, I know what I want to do in the game, but now I kind of don't know what to do content-wise. That last video where I kind of just played all of the builds and stuff, or made, you know, kind of all the possible builds, that was like my big idea. So now it's just kind of, I don't know what to do in the game other than just kind of play it from here on out, kind of run through like the dungeons and the catacombs that I possibly can. We're gonna find all these guys. If you ever find these guys, it should be coming up here soon, the Beast Eye Quivers. If you ever see that, that is how you know a Death Root is nearby. And the Tibia Mariners are pretty good for, you know, having that. That is also a boss that we gotta go back and finish. This is the guy I'm looking for. He doesn't look like he's gonna give it up for free, so. Yeah, he does not look like he's gonna give it up for free. So 2 hits from this guy and I'm dead. Oh, what? Oh no, I'm out of shit. Oh my god. And I didn't find the grace next to here. I didn't realize I was in my transient point. That is just upsetting. Like, that is just upsetting. Oh, because I didn't. Yeah, I'm so far away. That's so unfortunate. It's one of the downsides about not finding. One of the downsides about not finding a grace for a while, especially if you run for a while in this game, is there's just, you gotta run all the way back. And now I'm just wasting time. So we're gonna find the grace this time in that area. Oh, and that's the thought too. Like I know I'm doing like a challenge run and everything like that, but at the same time, like I want to beat the game in a relatively reasonable time. Like I already know this is gonna be a lot of episodes. I already know there's going to be a lot of parts to this journey, so I kind of want to maybe just keep upgrading my weapon, so I'm just kind of flying through the game versus, you know, dying a bunch of times due to, you know, just requirements that I'm just basically keep putting on myself, or like challenges that I'm putting on myself, because there's no way that this guy should have clapped me. Like, it's going to start getting ridiculous. But there's no way this guy should have clapped me the way he just did. So we're going to run past him this time, and we're going to get the grace right past him. So that way we can make these run backs a little bit more manageable the best way, and grab us a little painting. Because we're going to keep running up this route for a little bit, because I want to start turning in some of my books and stuff. So I'm going to take you up to the Turtle Pope, and we're going to make some progress there too, so we can kind of see if we have any more, like oh, I missed. You know, I might want to. Oh, I might want to pay attention, but no. So pay attention. Dead again. This is the problem that I run into with like some of the normal stuff, just normal things. Doing normal things is going to be more difficult in like a bit of a challenge run, but I guess that's the point of it being a challenge. So, but we're gonna take care of this. We're gonna take care of this problem here, right here, because he's not about to disrespect me like that. Yeah, you're not about to do that. I feel like a strength build would be way easier to complete the challenge, because some of the Ash ores are just so much more dominant. Like 2 of those, and he's basically eaten. You're basically feasting on this guy, versus that katana just wasn't doing the damage. Dragon Cult Prayer Book, yes. Let's go. Alright, we have to keep going north. But I'm pretty sure the road ends here. So we're gonna have to go back down and around, because we want this spot right here. So we're gonna go ahead and go back here. And then we're gonna run north from there, because I don't remember where the spirit string is exactly, and I don't wanna waste time trying to find a spirit spring when this is already gonna be a long episode just running around. But like I said, we're gonna come back. We're gonna run through all this. I might just do everything back on torrent instead of like walking around and searching for everything. It might take me more to like kind of run back and forth, but we're gonna see how long just searching like regular areas and stuff is gonna be, because I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen from here on out. Right here is a good spot for a night boss. You get a pretty good weapon. I was talking about that halberd, the Knight Rider glaive halberd. This is the area that we're gonna get it from. So we are gonna come back here and get some of that, get that cool thing. So right here, we're going to run over and grab this map fragment, because we can just jump. Jump. Actually, let me just put some markers on the map. So I want to go there, and I want to go here, and then I want to go here, and then here. So we're just gonna put some mark fragments on. So just to speed this process up a little bit. This game is like just gorgeous. Like you like every now and then, because like I've played it a lot, so like I'm kind of used to these like scenic views and everything. But like every now and then, like you just catch it like mid game. You're like, oh, they did a fantastic job designing this game. The fact that I can see that from this far away, it's like, oh my gosh. And then look at all the other stuff. Like it's constant with this game. Like it is just a constant thing with this game. You will be finding stuff, and you're just like, oh my god, they did such a great job with this game. Alright, so that's that side. Alright, 2 is this way. Dialos might be around here, but I don't know, he was stuck at... He seemed to be stuck there at the roundtable hole. Like, I can't believe... I thought Margaret the Fell was the very... I thought that was like the best way to get all the NPCs and stuff moving, was defeating Margaret the Fell. I thought that was when they kind of acknowledged you. They started doing all their movement and stuff, but I could be wrong. It could be Godric that you have to defeat before they kind of move on. But running through Liurnia 2 might make them move and do things, so I'm kind of hoping that this run kind of gets all that movement too, because a lot of the times when I play this game, how I play this game, is I kind of like speed run that whole first area, because I can go and I can kill the dragon, and then once I kill the dragon, I have enough stats, I have enough resources and stuff to get a weapon to where I can go through Stormvale Castle no problem. As to where now I kind of want to go through everything again in the game in order to like really experience it again, because now it's been a long enough time that I've played probably the entire game. You know, that I probably don't remember everything. I played one playthrough through the game, just beating the big bosses and everything before the DLC released, and that was fun. Like I had a really good time with that. That was really fun. But I basically just ran through everything, and running through everything was just kind of, you don't really experience the game, in my opinion, when you just kind of like boss rush. So it's going to be nice to kind of go through some of the catacombs again that I may have forgotten about, or, you know, and like looking through again instead of like watching a guide to like push me through, you know, the catacomb to get the item that I want, and then just I'm out, you know. Maybe I go down, run down and play the boss, or fight the boss, and then I'm out, you know. I want to do all, I think there's 168 bosses. I want to look up the location of all the bosses, and I want to go and fight all of the bosses, at least in this series. So, and if I was really good at video editing, that might actually be just the series, and didn't like just the 168 episodes of just me kicking bosses' asses. Like I don't know. Then I could probably use whatever build I want, or whatever build I'm feeling like as I play through the game. But I'm not good at video editing. I've looked into it a little bit, but I'm not super great at video editing yet. So this is the Church of Vows. First I'm going to go over do is open the chest, pull this out. If you ever like hit an NPC or something like that and you can't advance the quest line, or they just stop talking to you because you were mean to them or something, this is where you get your sins. You bring a blessed dew here. You give it to this lady, you atone for your sins, and then she'll give it back. So this is the Church of Vows. This is the Turtle Pope, because he's got the shiny pointy hat.
I welcome. I am.
He never moves, so no matter what you do in the game, he never moves. So he's got a lot of lore to him. He can tell you a bunch of stuff.
I would, sir, if you find. Unless, in which
but
case,
the real reason it's really important that he never moves is because we can give him scrolls, and we can give him books, and we will always be able to find him. We'll be able to travel to this grace point, and we'll be able to find him. So we're going to give him the prayer book.
That heresy is not all thing.
And what we want to do is we want to study these incantations. Like, so we want Blessing's Boon is okay. Honed Bolt is pretty good. And Electrify Armament's pretty good. But for the sorceries that we put in, the Swift Glintstone Shard, it's okay. Glintstone, Great Glintstone Shard, also just okay. Magic Glint Blade, that one's pretty good. Glint Blade Phalanx is really good. That one's a really good one for good, like, poise breaking and everything else like that. Carrion Slicer is a really good one. I'm gonna pick that one up for sure. And Carrying Greatsword, it's kind of makes this like slashing movement. It's a really good one, but that's a Carrion Slicers, like, that's where it's at. When it comes to like your physical like spell hand stuff, like, that's where it's at. So what I want to do though is I finally, in my opinion, have my build kind of set up that I'm going for here. So we picked up another Sacred Tear, so we can go ahead and add that to our charge. But when it comes to Memorize Spell, we want to remove all these, and we want the Lightning Spear. Like I said, I put the 17 Faith in it specifically so I could get the Lightning Spear, and now I've got the Lightning Spear. So, what are you clapping about? Alright, so the Turtle Pope is where I wanted to go. I'm pretty sure what I want to do. What I want to do is here, so this is kind of where we're going to end up. Right now, now we're going to end the episode here. I'm going to come back and we'll go from here and we will go up here. We'll get some more resources and everything else like that until we'll end up getting a grace over here that we'll need. And then I'm going to kind of go down back from here. I'm going to go back up this way, and I'm going to try and find a spot to get back up here because there is some armor that I want to farm. It's time for some new drip. So we'll be looking at that in the next episode, the next part. But I hope you are enjoying the series. I hope you're kind of running along with me, and I hope everything is going good. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace!